Alrighty, so before we get started on this episode, I just wanted to make a few statements or whatever about the episode and why is it the way it is. So we had our old buddy Sebastian hop on for like a little guest appearance and on the podcast. I don't know if you guys remember him at all, but he was from the previous episodes, like the ones before, the rebranding and the new and improved, Round Room Boys podcast. But yeah, no, so he comes in as a guest appearance, but during the recording process, our audio files got fucked up. So let's just say that the only thing we have is the Discord call that's recorded. That call recording is essentially like the base and like framework of like how I put the audios and make them all line up together. Anyways, that's besides the point. We only have that, so it's going to sound like we're all in like a Discord call, right? So the audio is going to sound a little bit more, like we're on Call of Duty mics. So just bear with us on that. We're trying not to have that happen again. It's just shit happens and you just can't control it sometimes. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Hey, everybody. Welcome to
Hello.
All right, never mind. I guess I was going to say it, but I fucked it all up. Whatever. Move on. Anyways, how you guys doing?
We're doing great. Bryce is looking a little different than usual this episode.
I know. It's wild, actually.
You guys, in Germany, I got a tattoo. I love the Flash, and
Oh, yeah?
Could you give us a good, could you say no way, bro, real quick? No way, man?
Yeah, just say
no way. No way, man. No way, man. Joker 2 is a good movie, man. No way.
Oh, it's like he never left.
No way, man.
No way, man. No way.
Bryce is going to watch the first 30 seconds of this thing and just get so upset.
He's going to leave an angry comment on his own show.
He's gonna get
comment.
But today we have our good friend and confidant Sebastian Exal here on the podcast today.
My boy Sebastian.
Now, for real fans of the channel before it got rebranded to Round Room Boys, you'll remember that Seabass was one of the original podcast hosts back when the show started back in 2020. But, ever since then, he had to go off and be, like a big old wrestler thing. He had to do things with his life other than sit down and talk about Batman for 90 minutes over again.
He had to go cover himself in oil and wrestle other big men. Oiled up men as well.
I will have you know I did not cover myself in oil. I
bet you.
He's just naturally that glistening, okay?
No, is he? Okay, my bad.
Well, it's the cocoa butter, but
it's the cocoa butter. It is lubricant.
It's the good kind of lubricant.
Tomato. Cocoa butter, baby oil. It's all in the same general. But it gets the job done no matter what. We're good.
Anyway, Sebastian, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Sebastian. I like long walks on the beach and hiding children.
And hiding children?
Uh-huh.
Wait, hold on a second. Do you like children that are hiding, or do you like to hide children?
I like to play hide and go seek, guys. Come on.
Well, I mean, I guess...
Okay, so the cocoa butter thing really ain't looking good for you right now.
Yeah, no, that's not... What else do you use that for?
That's not hiding children.
This is not a good marketing push for you.
We should probably... No, I'm not cutting that out. I'm not cutting that out.
You know what the best part is before we came in, I was talking to my beautiful wife. I will not give her government name. I'll just say her wrestling name. Nisha, follow her. I was telling her, like, I probably shouldn't say anything that can get me canceled in like 10 years and immediately come in with a
hiding children joke. Yeah. And the worst part is we didn't even say anything about it.
I know.
You
said it yourself. You started it, pal. You started it.
I know. I screwed up.
Yeah.
God almighty. But anyway.
It's a hard day.
It's a hard day.
But I wrestle professionally. I got injured a few months back, so I'm kind of taking a break, resting up. I'm about to go train.
What got injured?
I got a concussion again. So.
Oh, bummer.
You know. Yeah, the only partial brain damage, but other than that, I'm fine.
Yo, bro, I live with partial brain damage all the time, and I do great for myself.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up. I'm sorry. That was like. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good. We shit on each other all the time on this show. That's kind of like the whole thing.
I know. Do you know how much we bully Okay, listen. So, Bryce may come off as a bit sensitive, but he's like actually a real trooper. Just being able to like just take all of the all this shit we throw at the guy.
Yeah,
like
there's a
on a
hierarchy.
Basis, but the thing about it is that like he still loves us. He still loves coming on here every time.
Yeah.
He's such a trooper, like genuinely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, really,
I just want to. How we are.
I know I made fun of him earlier, but for real, Bryce, if you're listening, shout out to you. We love you. I wish you were here with us.
Yeah, sorry work held you up, bro.
Yeah,
work held you up. Yeah.
Yeah, he got held up at work, so fucking we had to do this without him. Originally he was gonna be here, but unfortunate circumstances happened.
Oh, and fellow Spotify listeners and YouTube watchers, I'm technically inadequate, so if there is any problems on my end, I apologize in advance. I'm a noob.
Well,
I only did
worst
show
case
for 3 years
scenario.
with you guys.
Gotcha. Well, like worst case scenario, I'm probably just gonna use the audio for like the entire call and then just use that, and then explain why.
When I record the visual element, on my OBS, I record the audio from the call as well. So like it records the whole Discord call and the video call bit too.
Mm-hmm.
So
so then we're gonna be
lit as fuck.
Covered on both ways, unless Andre's OBS disconnects for some reason, like it did.
I did a couple weeks back. Yeah, that was hard. That shit went hard.
That was rough. But
or like when I accidentally left the voice modulator on for the first 2 minutes of the fucking podcast, and I sounded like a fucking Decepticon for like.
That was funny. That was funny as shit. No, okay. At first, I thought you were just playing a cruel joke on me.
No, I would never do that on purpose. I swear.
This is funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would never do that on purpose. Never.
That being said, if I can say, by the way, I'm surprised I was invited back, considering the amount of times I would make Andre rage quit in the past, or Andre would make me rage quit in the past when it came to doing shows. If you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to the Twilight podcast from 4 years.
Yeah.
Twilight,
I still think the Twilight podcast might be the best one that we did out of that bunch from like 5 years ago.
God,
honestly,
it is because like it was honestly good films that we watched, or decent films, because they weren't all great, but it was like I just remember like all of us being like, oh, this is gonna suck, and then in secret, pulling the curtain back, folks, in secret all of us were kind of like, yo, those movies aren't that bad.
They weren't the worst. They were not as bad as I thought they were going to be. Friggin'
honestly, yeah, like I did not like hate the movies as much as like I thought I was going to. Like it wasn't bad.
Honestly, the only podcast I think out of all the ones that we did from back in like 2020 to 2021, like I think the only one that I actively dislike is the very first one about Star Wars. Like, because that one is just trash.
We need to no one's first podcast is great though. Like, and no one has ever had their first podcast be like Zoom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad that we branched out from like strictly doing movie shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, because that was gonna that got dry so quickly. No pun intended. It was like, damn. But like, I just remember all of us did a half-assed RoboCop podcast, and we all hated it. But we were like, well,
that's true because Ryan the whole reason we did RoboCop was because Ryan was supposed to be there, and then literally like a half hour before we were supposed to record, Ryan calls and says, "Oh yeah, I'm hanging out with the Carrolls. I'm not gonna bother. You guys can just do this without me." And I was like, "Bitch."
It's like, dude, it was your fucking idea. What do you mean? Like what? Like, bro. Like,
We
oh
probably
my God,
spent more
it
time
was-
shitting on Ryan for that in the podcast than actually talking about the movies.
It was pretty funny. I think my favorite one is probably the TMNT one.
That's a good
That's
one.
probably my favorite one.
I love the Cornetto trilogy one was pretty good. I like
The
that
Cornetto
one.
trilogy is a classic for me. I like that one a lot.
I love those movies and like that podcast episode.
Mhm.
That's a good one. But like I think out of all of them, the most entertaining one is probably the Twilight one. That one. That one definitely.
A lot of it
And-
is just like us screaming at each other because of how much we hated the
Well-
movies.
I mean, that was basically our whole Joker 2
Really funny.
podcast episode 2.
Oh my God, dude! No, yeah, no. So well, like, okay, granted, it was very like Bryce was the only one that actually liked the
Love that
movie.
And he doesn't even like it
And-
anymore.
Really?
It was a good.
Yeah, he told me that he doesn't like it anymore. He was like, "Yeah, I was like kind of
Yeah,
coping on
100%.
it."
Okay. See, Bryce tends to do that quite often with movies. Actually, that's like what, like the 5th time he's done that.
Yeah, bro. He does that with every superhero movie he watches. He'll act like it was like actually good the whole time, and then he'll go like, "Actually, upon reflection, it was not very good, and I was kind of coping because I just want to see things that I like be good, and it was not good."
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's so funny. Every time I watch the Matt Reeves Batman movie, I just get more pissed off every time I
was-
watch it.
Hoping on it.
Which is
What's
funny
up?
because honestly, I don't hate it. It's like a perfectly okay movie to
Oh.
me. We go back even further than we go back with Bryce. Honestly, like us
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
Friggin'.
Yeah.
Yeah, can
Dude,
can you guys believe that it's been 10 years since we all became friends?
I don't. It's insane to me because like, man, like I was the new kid from Texas, you know. Oh shit, Texas, I know. But
Everything's well, they say everything's bigger in Texas. Why don't you pull down them shorts and we'll see what they're talking about.
I mean, my wife gets to that. But
What? What, she gets disappointed?
no, that everything's bigger. But anyway,
I don't know.
You ruined the joke. See what happens? You ruined the joke. This is why I left the first. No.
I mean, you're probably.
This is why my contract negotiations. But I just remember
You
all of
wanted
us
a raise, you
meeting-
weren't gonna give it.
Yeah, you know, I just wanted to be on the payroll. Like you guys were making $72,000 an episode, and I was making 10
No.
cents.
No, you're not getting it.
No,
No.
Yeah, but you won't.
No.
man.
Look, we offered you to get you to 15
You make the honey, we
cents.
make the money. Okay, pal.
You were saying something like,
but
"Oh,
no.
I bring an equal amount of effort and energy to the show. I should get an equal portion of pay as the rest of y'all." And I was like, "We tried to get you to 15 cents, okay? But like you were so selfish about it, friggin'."
We're just greedy.
I got a
pigs.
Transformer
Anyways, what were you saying,
collection to feed.
Sebastian?
Remember why I let no. No, I just remember all of us me and Matt met over a joke that probably couldn't be told today.
Why not? Let's tell it. Let's tell it right now. Let's tell it right now. Come on.
What's the
The
joke?
reputation.
What, Skittles?
Can-
Honestly, it's not-
Skittles is your reputation.
Can you
Honestly,
describe the joke in a way? Can you describe the joke in a way that could be told?
No, I can tell it. It's fine. If I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was after lunch one day, and where we went to school in Oregon, it was like you eat for 15 minutes, which is probably why everyone was malnourished, and then for the last 15 minutes, you just roam around. At least that's how it was in both middle and high school. and
Mhm.
I had never experienced that before, and I had no friends. I was like halfway through the year. I just didn't want to make any friends. Just out of nowhere, I just see this dude with the biggest natural afro I've ever seen in my life.
Natural afro.
Thing is, you
If
had the
that's
hanging afro, you had the queso haircut, and
that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
he.
You do.
I had like the Greek curly hair. You know how it's
Mm.
like curly, but it's not like puffy. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, the Greek
And
curl hair.
just walking, I honestly don't remember how you and I started talking and how the joke came about. I just
We
remember
be
seeing you in, and I just joined in on your conversation like a
You
pervert.
had a okay, so you had a really goofy like Deadpool hoodie. I think I complimented it, and then we made a joke about Skittles, and we were in the
Yep.
gym.
Jim. Yeah,
Yep,
so basically,
gymnasium. It was we just talked and talked about like Resident Evil and just like movies. That was
yep,
it.
and for context, the joke, I don't think it could get anyone canceled because it got pulled off television. We're pretty sure it was a fake commercial, but just for shits and gigs, we're gonna say it was real. There was a commercial promoting Skittles where it was a husband and wife on their honeymoon, and the dude said, "Here comes the sweetness," ejaculation, and
Good,
instead of ejaculate, there
good,
was Skittles all over her face.
good, good.
It said,
That's a
"Satisfy the rainbow, taste the rainbow."
Yes, taste the rainbow. Taste all that sweet, 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 sweet nectar. Then you just shot.
the sweet, sweet
Wait.
nectar.
But yeah,
But
no,
yeah, then
yeah, and then after that,
and
we just hit it off, and then we
mm,
took theater
and
class together.
then Andre was there, and you were friends with Andre,
Uh,
and I'm like,
I
well, who's
I
this?
actually I believe that we actually met in science class first, and then like through sheer coincidence we had regrouped in theater class, and I was like, oh
And then we
shit, you're
realized,
friends with Matt too? And I'm like,
yeah,
because I remember
and
Mrs. was our science teacher
oh,
together.
no, we just hit it off, and we just had some really. I bet if we even tried to look at the stuff we made back in the day, we'd probably cringe. But uh,
Oh, dude, I
I
remember us
always,
trying to make a. We tried making a YouTube video like in the hallway, one point
yeah, yeah, I
with
remember
your old
that. I
little
remember.
camcorder. I remember that shit.
Oh God, yeah, I
Yeah, and
remember
like
that. I had a show back in the day. God, it was. Ugh.
You
oh
had
yeah,
that
I had a show called
the
you had that
Joker
you had that
Injustice 2
Injustice
haircut.
2 emo cut. Yeah.
Shut. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. There will never be a day that goes by where these two don't remind me of how I had a horrible haircut. It was
You
That's
just
did.
I
true.
had the
It was
mark.
pretty funny.
I wanted the Markiplier haircut, but my hair was
You
too
also
long.
you had the braces on too, which even made it
Oh,
funnier.
oh. This thing, I needed those braces. Like my teeth
No,
were
I
all
know.
types.
No, I know. I know. I
Oh,
know.
gee,
You desperately needed them, but you know.
dude, I really did. It was bad.
Yeah.
It like
Freaking.
ugh. There's a reason I had no girlfriends in high school.
No
I
Jesus.
bitches.
mean,
No.
no bitches in high school.
Friggin'
But yeah, like we all really just kept our bond for forever,
yeah, and
really.
then
Like,
unfortunately the same year both of us, me and Seabass, both left our high school in sophomore year. Friggin'
yeah,
cuz
Yeah, I was pretty pissed off about that actually, not gonna lie.
I mean, it was neither of our
yeah,
faults. It was both like yeah, it was both just
yeah,
unfortunate circumstances, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But like, I just remember like we all of us made an effort to be like. Obviously, we were busy, but all of us made the effort of being like we have to keep talking because I feel like I'm making this up. So please tell me if I am. But I feel like all three of us had a conversation before we left. Like, listen, there are so many friends that just lose touch and never talk anymore. We
Oh
cannot
yeah,
be
no.
those.
No, we did have
We
a
can't.
conversation very similar to that, yeah.
Yeah, like
For,
every adult or like somebody who's like probably maybe like 10 years older than me at least.
mhm.
They always tell me that when they left high school, no contact with any of the people that they knew. Just that was it.
Right.
It's like unless you're in like a real small town. No,
Uh-huh.
on average, it was like most people didn't. Which I'm actually quite surprised. I mean, granted, like the group of friends I had in high school has, dropped dramatically because there's only like a few actual people that like
Mhm.
I, give a fuck about.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's pretty crazy how long we know each other.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah, like
10. It's been 10 years.
yeah, and it's weird because like I feel like, and this is gonna sound so dramatic, folks, so forgive us, but like I feel like there's a lot of people who like aren't meant to be friends with like, because like yeah, like I always hear people like, oh, we've been lifelong friends. I'm like, bullshit. Like, no way. Like you
Mm-hmm.
maybe reconnected after like 15 years, but like you haven't been friends for that long. And that's kind of the same thing when I tell people like, oh, how long you been friends with those guys? I'm like, oh, 10 years. They're like, no, you haven't. It's like, yeah, I have. Like, we might have. I don't think we lost touch. I think it was more like I got busy or
Life got in the
or
So what
way.
it is so what it is we all go on our own little time skip arcs, right?
Right,
That's all
yep.
it
basically.
is. We just do our thing for a certain amount of time. We're like, hey, I wonder how Andre's doing. Oh, hey,
Mhm.
Andre, let's do a podcast again so we stay in touch every week.
Yeah, and
You
I thought
know?
that was a great
Yeah,
idea. And
yeah.
so far
Yeah.
it's been really great. Friggin'.
Yeah,
I'm glad that I
like
have
I
something to
was
look forward to. With talking
yeah,
to y'all.
every Friday I listen to it at the gym. Every Friday it gets me
You
through it.
do?
Yeah, Friday is like my cardio days, and like I usually hate it, and like will go with me, and she'll see me laughing my fucking ass off on the treadmill. She's like, "What are you
Oh,
doing?"
yeah.
I'm just like, "Don't worry about it."
Okay, I was gonna say, like, what exactly is inspiring about us to listen to while you work
Well,
out?
that's all right. Well, that's not to get too cheesy
Do we
here, but
get
that's
you
actually
motivated?
well. Here's the thing. Physically, of course not, but
Look at us.
of course not.
We're
Physically,
not
makes me want to
exactly
throw up.
physically
Uh,
motivating.
physically, I want to throw up when I look at you, but emotionally, uh, but no, like honestly, for real, it just like it makes me happy. One that again with the connection all of us have that we can stay in touch and you guys can have fun and talk about things that make me laugh. But it also just makes me happy to like see like and like again, not to get too deep, but it's like I just remember there was a time where kind of all of us were like, what do we do? Like
Oh
what are we
yeah.
doing? Kind of floating around. Even when I first started in wrestling, it's like I went to this wrestling camp and came back, and I remember like you guys were all hyped up, and I was just kind of like, like it was fun, but like now what do I do? Like that was three
Mm-hmm.
months. Oh, like for me, it shows the purpose of what we want to do. Like you guys
I
doing
see.
this, it gives you guys the purpose of being like, yo, like this is something to look forward to, and this is something I like doing, and hope to grow beyond anything
Yeah.
I've ever imagined. You know?
Instead of just sitting around aimlessly going, okay, well, what am I doing today? Oh, okay,
Exactly.
nothing. Oh, okay, cool. That's another day wasted of my life.
Exactly.
Some kind of goal or something to aspire. Just like a basic hobby that you can share
Right.
with people. I mean, yeah, no, that's all
I
it
mean,
is at the end of the day. That's all we do.
I stream twice a week on my own time. It's that helps. And I've gotten a little bit of income from that as well. So that's
That
always
makes me so
nice,
happy.
right? And we all got our own little projects going on. Matt has his YouTube channel that up until very recently he was uploading a bunch of videos to.
Hmm.
Kind of fell off the horse on that one, but you'll get back on there. I know you will.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Right.
pussy.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
uh, yeah, no, no, dude. I actually wrote down a few questions that I wanted to ask you guys in case we started
Oh,
to lose track of it. Matt,
Question.
if anyone is subscribed to his channel and looks in the comment section, just know that this question is always for me. Matt, when's the Life is Strange video?
Shut up. Shut up.
no, what's
Shut
the
up.
question? What's the question? What's the question?
That's the question. That's the question.
When is Life is Strange? When's the
It's
Life is
not
Strange
happening.
series?
It's not happening, but I'm sorry.
You got to do it.
I mean,
That's
I feel
great.
like I feel like you'd have interesting things to say about it if you did play it.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
In what way? Like
It's
in like what
like
way
one
would
of
you
the
think?
it's like an emotionally introspective game, and I think that it would be a very interesting take with your channel trying to be funny all the time to like take a second and like acknowledge shit like that. Or you could
Oh.
hate the game and just make fun of it for being emotions all the time, and then make a bunch of jokes about how you just keep all your feelings compressed inside until somebody who doesn't
I
deserve
think
it
maybe
gets
I'll
the
do
brunt of
that.
it.
I think maybe I'll do that one.
Dude, man, I'm about
This
to come
second
down.
option just kind of is like a lot more appealing to me.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm about to come down to Oregon for reasons. I'm gonna bring my fucking PlayStation. I have all 4 games. You're gonna play all 4 games.
Wait, there's 4? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's
I'll
4 of
let you
them.
just play. I'll let you just play the first 2, just
Oh,
for
yeah.
now.
But they're not very long
Yeah, dude.
games either.
Well, it depends on how you play it. If you want to see everything, it's very long. If you just want to truck through it, it's like it'll probably take you like 9 hours just to finish season 1.
Oh my god, there's seasons.
Well, there's 5 episodes.
Oh, that's right. It's like a Telltale game, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what's funny is that here's what I will say about it. They would say we're better than Telltale because our choices actually matter. And then they went to show, oh, it's just like Telltale and the same thing is going to happen regardless.
Right.
They were
Like
pretentious
very
about it.
Man, like what is it with choice making games where like the choices don't matter? Like I understand the software must be disgusting. Like change the entire game completely just by one choice. But it's like I don't just want a change of dialogue or a different character in place of another one. I want like it's like, man, I could get into this all day and I don't want to because I'm sure there's a lot of things we need to talk about. But remember when games had replayability? Lately I've been playing games and like I finish it once. Unless I decide to go trophy hunting, it's like, oh, I don't want to play this. You know, like
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the only
that's
game
true.
I found myself replaying over and over again was like that was at least like a modern game was Black Myth Wukong. That was the only one I found myself like replaying it.
You guys
But I
hear
think it's
about
because
that?
that they're shorter. It's a shorter game. Shorter games tend to have more replayability.
True.
uh-huh.
You guys hear about that new horror game that's coming out? I forget what it's called, but like apparently the premise of it is that you scan your face with your webcam, and the only way you can hide from the monster in the game is by actually directly like hiding from your webcam so it can't see you. Cause
Wait, what?
yeah,
That actually sounds pretty.
apparently like people are terrified of it, saying that that's like the first step to Skynet right there, because it's like scanning your face to like so like your face like
Right.
like the monster can recognize your face and stuff like that,
Right.
and like
Well,
apparently
weren't
the
people
only way
saying that? Sorry, go
what
ahead.
was no I was just repeating myself. You can go on ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like the Skynet thing, weren't people saying the same thing about like games going into your microphone, like those games where like don't talk or
Oh
can't really
yeah,
hear you?
yeah.
People are saying the exact same thing.
I'm gonna send you guys the trailer for it. It's called Eyes Never Wake. The whole thing is that like you're in a corridor hiding from this monster, and it can only see you if you're visible on your webcam or whatever.
Ooh.
But like apparently it also works in such a way to where if like you just hide from your webcam the whole time, it will not physically let you progress or whatever.
Oh
So you
wow,
can't you can't be like a coward about it.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy, man. I
Friggin'.
mean, it's no granny, but it'll do. No,
It's it's no Garden of Ban, but you know it'll work. Why not?
it
Uh,
doesn't cure my depression. But no, it'll work.
no,
I missed the
nothing
Friday the
will.
13th game.
I miss it too. Like
Uh, Yeah,
the closest we got was
I
that
missed
Killer
that
Clowns game. The Killer Clowns game was like okay, and it was like
Why?
kind of similar.
What happened to the game? Like like it was like a legal dispute between the creator of the movies or
Yeah,
something. Like, what was
apparently the people who hold the publishing rights to Friday the 13th, apparently like they took the copyright away from the people who made the Friday the 13th game. And because it wasn't very financially successful, they cut it like immediately. Like they cut the servers like pretty soon after the game came out.
That's like that fucking sucks, dude. Cause that game was fun. Like it was goofy. Like it was a really cool experience. But then
Damn.
they take it from us. Remember when we played with our teacher, Sebastian?
I was
You
literally
played with our
about to say
teacher.
that.
Yeah.
I was about to miss. Well, can I say his name? I probably shouldn't say his name.
I'll put a beep I'll put a beep on
Okay,
it.
good. Okay, good. We played with our old teacher, which was the funniest thing ever. I remember he left because the three of us got way too rowdy for him. Because we were just. He was just like, He was like, I just want to play the game, and we were like making little stories.
Well, part of it too was he had to tuck his kid into bed. He's a grown ass man with a family and a wife, and we're all just a bunch of stupid teenagers.
Yeah.
Nah, you're a pussy, bro. Play games with the boys. Don't worry about your.
Bro. Who cares about your kid, dude? This is what matters.
Isn't that what your wife's job is? No, just kidding.
Well, no, but it's like that was the
no.
kind of shit we said. That's
the kind
of shit
fucking
we said.
horrible, actually.
Yeah, because we were dumbass teenagers. We didn't give a shit. We just say shit like that.
I just remember one of the funniest things that happened was I spawned as the killer, and like all of us did like mock screaming, and then right before the cutscene ended of Jason walking towards you, I just went, "You dropped your wallet."
Oh yeah, and then you literally you just you just slowly walk towards me, just like screaming, "Hey, hey, you dropped
your wallet."
Yeah, that shit was good.
Just like I brought my own spatula.
I brought my own spatula.
Oh, dude, remember we went hiking, boys? Remember that? We went hiking.
Oh, the most recent one?
Yeah. Which one?
Was it the most recent time when I visited recently?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good time.
Went over to
when we went to the
Creek Falls.
Yeah. That shit was wonderful. That was a great hike. I would love to go there again. Well, like, bro, like if everything works out, in June, we're gonna have like Bryce, Seabass, both of them at the same, and me all back in that state, like at the same time, which will be the first time that we've all been like that in like God knows how long. Freaking.
Oh, so, we could all do like a live recording session.
We could if we wanted to. We just couldn't have Ryan on it.
Well,
the thing is Ryan, I love you. The thing is that if we kicked it, you know what the thing was? He wouldn't care to do it unless we told him, "Hey, you're not invited."
That's
then
true.
He'd like want to be involved.
And then like he'd get invited, and either one of two things would happen. Ryan would either one say nothing because he was actually bored the whole time and he's playing CS:GO in the background, or two, he would say the most deranged, cancelable shit of all time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we could afford that.
Oh my god. It would just be like a 10-minute.
Boys, I'll be right back. There's somebody at the door. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You guys keep the conversation going.
Yeah, no.
Yes, sir. Of course.
But I would love to see. It'll be so great to see everybody again, especially because we're going to a wedding and all that.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be so great. We're gonna
They're
throw the
gonna
best.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw the best bachelor party for Colton the world has ever seen.
Yeah, you guys are having that like next month or something, right? The bachelor party.
Is that next month? I thought it was going to be like right before the wedding.
Well, that's what
Which
I
the-
thought, but I was told it's gonna be like a month or two before his wedding. He's having like,
Oh,
a small bachelor party.
well, if that's how it's going to be, then
Unless we're gonna throw.
I won't be there if it's going to be like a month before the wedding or whatever, because I won't be there until like a week or so ahead of time.
Right. Unless it's gonna be like again, unless we decide like, hey, we're gonna throw.
We're
you
gonna
another
throw
one.
like a secret second bachelor party.
Oh yeah.
Which of course I would never interact with, sweetheart. God, we're talking about bachelor parties, Matt.
That was that was really cheesy line.
What was
Friggin',
the cheesy line?
I'd never interact
just
with it,
said.
Sweetie.
Sebastian,
Oh,
are you a
what?
yes dear kind of guy? Are you that yes dear kind of guy?
Coming to bed, honey? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
dear.
dear.
Are you that guy?
Friggin',
No, definitely not.
Andre's that guy.
Oh yeah. When a bad bitch tells me to do something, I'm like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Immediately ready, just already freaking like in the position.
Yeah,
So here's my
thing.
For me, it's
We're gonna
more
do
of,
this shit like
hey,
we're high watching Cat in the Hat 2003, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God! All right, well now we got to tell that story.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Okay, let me preface this, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a wrestling fan listening to this, yes, I am straight edge. However, I am also young. So occasionally, I like to dabble. If you're wondering, hey Sebastian, how come you haven't gotten those straight edge tattoos like you wanted? Because I'm not fulfilling. 'Cause I'm not doing what I said. But anyway, I like to dabble every now and then, and there was one time.
I didn't know I was bisexual yet when this happened either, so.
Oh good God! I remember this. Oh God!
Here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God!
I flew into Oregon. For a score, and many months ago, I flew to Oregon, and I was like, "Hey, I've known you guys in 3 years," and they were like, "Hey, you got a big penis," but that's beside the point. We'll get to that later. So what happened?
First of all, I did not say that. I did
Verbatim.
not say that.
Well, you don't
I did
remember
not
that,
say
Matt?
that.
I remember that. You
No,
made like
that
a
was-
huge scene.
That memory escapes me very specifically. I don't know
We'll get
why.
to
but
that,
That one
but-
just I remember that one.
But anyway, we were just all fucking around, just hanging out, and then, one day Matt was like, "See what you look like high." I'm like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "I don't know. Have you ever been high before?" And I'm like, "I mean, I've tried stuff, but I've never like gotten high." And he was like, "Okay, I got you." And he like,
We
am I
had
allowed to go
edibles.
into-
I mean, we had edibles or
Yeah,
something.
am I
right?
allowed to? Am I allowed to go into specifics about this? I just want to be
Yeah.
sure I'm not putting you
I
guys
mean,
to sleep. Okay,
weed,
so-
weed is legal in Oregon, and that's where we had it.
Yeah, like-
so it's
I just
Yeah,
meant
like,
I don't want to put y'all's business out there if you didn't want it. But
no.
we already
that
got
being
so
said,
much of our
they-
business out there.
Especially Andre. Like, oh my God.
Look, I'm just saying, episode 8 was a certified hood classic. Living Large with Marge was, I think, the best episode of the franchise. But
how as a child you weren't allowed to show your face, and now you're just talking fantasies openly. Wonderful.
yeah, bro. Well, it's called character development. It's what happens when you move 3,000 miles away from your parents.
There you go.
Yep. The
So
only thing they can do is say, "I'm disappointed you" over a phone.
Right.
yeah.
Which they've been disappointed
phone
in me
call.
my whole life, so that doesn't change nothing.
Yeah, Dad, you feel that? Mom, do you? Oh.
Oh.
That Rest in peace, mommy. But anyway, so what happened was.
All right. Yeah, what happened was.
Too soon. What happened was after I said, I don't know, I'd be down to get high. Matt was like literally like, Matt was like a kid walking into a toy store with his dad being like, you can get 2 toys. Matt like stood up from his chair like, you're gonna get high? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm down to try it. And then,
That's
you know,
not what I said.
Yeah, yes, it was.
That is not what I said.
Bro, you were so stoked. You reacted to Seabass saying, "Yeah, sure, I'll get high," like a woman just agreed to have sex with you, bro. You were like so stoked because
Okay, you know what? You're probably right. You're probably right, actually.
Because before then, Seabass was pretty keen on not doing that because he didn't want to like fall into anything.
Yeah, I wasn't anti anything, but I was just more like, you know, it's not my bag, man. But I was like, yeah, fuck it. I was 22. I was like, fuck it, why not? He was like jumping up and down and like. Okay, I will say this.
He had the little propeller hat on with a big lollipop.
Riding a tricycle. I can explain. He was so stoked. And then I swear to God, as a joke, I'm probably making this up, but as a joke, I swear you put on a robe and a beanie and just went.
I did not put on.
That sounds like something you would do. Just saying.
Probably. And then, you know what? Yeah, I think about it. Yeah.
You just went, you want a joint? You want a bong? And I was like, I don't know, man. I'm not really much of a smoker. And he's like, edible then. And I swear, like, you told me, like, it's not that poignant. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I ate it. Like, oh, man, that just tastes like straight marijuana. He's like, yeah, because it's the strongest shit I got. And I was like, you said it wasn't point. Actually, I shouldn't joke about that because that makes it sound like you drugged me. But
I mean, technically I did. But it was a consensual drugging, so it's okay.
There
we go.
So, and the thing is I remember Matt was like, "We got to watch Cat in the Hat while we do this," and I'm like, "Why?"
Yes. It's one of the definitive high movies.
No, like genuinely, it is. It actually is.
I learned it is. So here's the thing: it definitely kicked in for you guys before it kicked in for me, or I was just very mellow at the start because I was like, I don't know, man. Like I feel it, but
I was just laying in bed the whole time.
Yeah, you fucking fell asleep, but what happened was it was like pitch black. I just remember being like, I remember saying to you like, yo, shouldn't we have the lights on? That way we can actually enjoy the high. And he's like, going to sleep is the best part or some shit. And I just remember
that is something you would say, Matt.
Go to sleep. Yeah, no, actually, I would say that. Go to sleep the best part.
Marijuana help him sleep and nothing else.
Yeah, totally.
So we're just watching, and it's pretty normal for me. They start to get the giggles, and I'm like giggling, but I don't think anything's funny. I'm still like, in my mind, I'm like, I gotta be self-aware. I'm gonna beat this. It's a fucking video game. I'm just like, I'm gonna beat this. And fucking, it's the part where the dog pisses on like the dude's taco.
Like, dude, you whizzed on my taco.
I don't know.
It was. I can't believe you whizzed on my. I can't believe you jizzed on my taco.
And the thing is, like, it makes you laugh, but it's not that funny. But when I was high, I was dying.
Dude, no, like you will cry laughing because I was stupid. I can't believe you jizzed on my taco.
And it's like the way he said it, and I was just dead. I was done. I was laughing for like 20 minutes. The point where I think Matt's high wore off, and he was like, "Shut the fuck up," just because of how much I was laughing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was dying. And then the next thing I remember is I was on top of Andre, and I don't know how I got there.
I know how you got there because you were trying to attack me first.
Yeah, I was trying to like.
You knew better. I was trying to wrestle, and then like, I just remember being like, Andre, I'm gonna show you what me and my wife does, referring to us wrestling, and I think Andre thought I meant sexual.
No, I definitely thought you meant sex. Like,
yeah, he was like, He was like, "Oh, I'm getting taken advantage of."
You were on top of me. I bet you were only on top of me for like a couple minutes max, but like it felt like 50 years. I was like, I thought I was starting to like like by the time you got off of me, I was starting to submit, being like, oh my, I guess this is my life now. I guess there's nothing I can do about it. I'm watching.
I was just like,
I'm just like on. I'm getting pinned to the ground. My friend is on top of me. I think I'm getting sexually harassed. I'm looking up as fucking Cat in the Hat is wearing a Rastafarian getup with a gigantic pen. It's like, what?
The worst part is like,
can I buy that canine American in the window?
This is the worst part. I gained a bunch of weight because I was injured, so I was kind of fat. So I was like 300 pounds.
You were
on top of them.
You were not 300
like,
pounds.
270 at that time. I was 270.
That's actually,
I was,
bro.
I was so fat at that time. I was so big. Oh my god.
Essayed in front of Cat in the Hat. It's just Cat in the Hat. I
wouldn't go as far as to say essay because it's not like he pulled his pants down or anything. But like, it really, from an outsider looking in, it looked like Seabass was on top of me, like dry humping me for like 5 minutes.
That's what I thought was happening. I thought he was doing that. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, Seabass, bro. He's trying to sleep. Leave him. Quit trying to prank him.
I was trying to pick him up, being like, we're not going to sleep. And I'm realizing now how bad it really was because I was on top of you. I was fat. I had my shirt off for some reason.
That's true. You did have your shirt off.
I was trying to wrestle, and I was whispering in your ear, saying, "We're not going to sleep." In hindsight, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it felt pretty bad at the time too, but.
Yeah, and I don't want to jump ahead. And I don't want to jump ahead of the story. But the next morning, I remember like, "Hey, Andre, like, what happened last night?" I just remember being on top of you. Like, I wasn't, cause like I
wasn't like hurting you or anything.
I wasn't hurting you. And I meant like I wasn't hurting you when we were wrestling stuff. Then he was like, "No, I hope you wouldn't take advantage of me like that." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "No, like you were like humping me," and I was like, "Oh, I wasn't." And then we got heated because he thought I was just lying, like lying to him, and I'm like, it was a misunderstanding of me being like, "No, that's not what I was doing," and he was like, "Oh, you're lying. You're saying you didn't do anything," and I was like, "I'm not saying I didn't do anything. I'm just saying that's not what I was doing."
That's what he was doing.
God, I really was just trying to wrestle. Oh God,
it's funny because we watched bench warmers like right after Cat in the Hat too, and that like we were all pretty awake for that because I had never seen bench warmers.
I'm pretty sure that was that was a different night.
Yeah, that was a different night. Let me tell you how the night we all got high ended. You two fell asleep.
It was just me, you, and
yeah, you two fell asleep, and I was panicking. Because I was like, I can't be alone. I'm not joking with you. I told Matt this recently. I don't know if I ever told you, Andre. I went to the bathroom for an hour, staring at myself in the mirror, just being like, just snap out of it. I know I'm high, but I'm able-minded. Snap out of it. I couldn't snap out of it, and then I came back in the room. You were in my spot, Andre, on the floor, and Matt was on his bed. So I remember, for some reason, I got mad. I felt left out. God, I'm so stupid when I'm high. This is what I thought. I swear to God, I saw you in my spot, and I went, having a fucking slumber party without me? I just went to the bathroom, and we're gonna have a slumber. And then this was,
which is literally what we did. We literally just had a really gay slumber party.
This was my genius of getting back at both of them. I went, I'm gonna go sleep in Andre's bed. So I just remember, I just went to your bed, Andre, and slept in it, and then I woke up in your bed, and I just remember I walked out of your bedroom in the morning, and you were like, "You slept in my bed, huh?" You were like, "You went to my bed, huh?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Because Andre was the trooper on the floor.
Because I was
He
on
was
the
the
floor,
trooper.
and I was like, "Well, Seabass is probably sleeping right next to me." He was just giving me back shots like 5 minutes ago. So I'm just gonna take a nap here, and then I wake up and Seabass is gone like a shadow, like a motherfucking shadow,
because I'm a chef.
because he was a
'Cause of his-
shadow.
You know what would have been funny is if I woke up before you guys and like left the house as a prank, just for you guys to be like,
Where the fuck did he go?
it's like I'm on the roof, like on the
He's
map,
big, but he's
sunrise.
fast. I don't know how he.
Oh
Right.
my god. God Almighty! That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're definitely gonna do it again when I get down there. So, we're definitely gonna do it again. So stay tuned for part 2 of that story, if there is one.
If there is one.
God damn it! You know what sucks?
I mean,
As
do
soon
you
as I
plan
get
on
signed-
dying anytime soon? Like, what the fuck? Like, do you not think
I
we're
mean,
gonna have
I
you
get- if
on
I get
again? Or
if I get signed, I'm gonna have to like cut that shit out because there's 0 tolerance for that. But which I'm fine with, people. God damn. God, that weekend was so much. That week was so much fun. Honestly,
Yeah,
just so much
honestly.
fun. I got so mad. I got so mad playing Mario Party with Ryan. I wanted to kill Ryan so much. Oh no, I wanted to kill
Sebastian-
Andre. That's
yeah, dude, I was about to say no. Like, most of your anger was towards Andre. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what that beef was about. I forgot.
You know what it was, honestly, is 2 things. Number 1, I'm quite a. Even though I usually play it up for laughs, I'm a sore loser. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Oh, I know you are.
Oh, we know.
No,
We know.
I know you
we
are.
Know.
I'm a rager.
Because when we were playing Mortal Kombat Deception, you were not happy with me. Not happy.
Okay,
Not
first
happy,
of all,
Bob. Not happy.
Not happy, Bob. Not
I
happy.
hadn't played the game in 10 years, and you didn't let me play no fucking tutorial or nothing.
I haven't played it in 10 years either. And I
You just started
I was
whooping my
touching
ass.
you all over, dude. Nothing you could do about it.
Matt's just got the
Yeah.
gamer autism. I don't know.
No, literally, I have a fighting game autism. Like, I just can't stop playing them.
Yeah, it was.
I grew up playing
but
too
the
many
other-
of them.
No, but the other thing that happened is I remember my lovely wife called me. And I remember I went to the bathroom with her on the phone, and I saw a pair of hairy toes under the door. And I know it's a joke, but at the time I was annoyed because I'm like, I'm on the shitter trying to talk to my girlfriend. Like, leave me alone. And then I come out of the bathroom and all I hear is, "Oh, you were talking to your girlfriend alone in the bathroom, huh?" And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like-
everybody thought you were like beating off with your girlfriend in there.
I have more class than that. I would not beat off in Matt's house, even though I know he wouldn't care.
Stronger man than me. We're gonna.
Yeah, like, I don't care. Just don't, like, leave anything, Like, don't leave a trace.
Don't let it.
Which I will
don't-
say, by the way, if that was what I was doing, you 100% would have killed the mood when I saw Andre's fucking hairy ass toes under the door. Or I assume it was Andre. It might have been Ryan or Matt, but
Not me.
just seeing some hairy toes under the door, and this is all I hear, just on the other side.
We're good, bro.
Oh,
No,
wow.
you saw hairy toes and came even harder. Don't try to hide that from me, bro.
I mean, obviously, but they don't need to know that.
Fucking.
Oh, dude.
Oh man, I forgot that I forgot like 2 or 3 weeks ago I sent the fucking those old album covers of that thing we were gonna do, and then
Fuck.
yeah, Sam.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, the shadows. Masturbation Nathan is a delicacy, you see. Masturbation Nathan was going to sweep the nation, but unfortunately, we all collectively decided that might be a
Probably
little too
not.
much.
Probably. The world's just not ready for masturbation, Nathan. They're just
Masturbation
not ready for
Nathan
it.
was a song we wrote.
It's a,
And
isn't it like
it was during
it?
it was during
was,
lockdown. Like,
right.
it was so
like
fucked up.
mid. This was like mid 2020, like late 2020 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like right when
It
COVID was hitting the big time.
And I think we were all losing our minds a little bit. And I will say this though, like it was like a minute since we talked, and then we all just went, well, now we just have all the time in the world to talk to each other. And we just got to talking and bullshitting. And this was 5 years ago, folks. So we just thought, man, what's funny? We should do that music comedy group we always wanted to do. Which then like matured into like, yo, what if we did real cover songs on an album? We were gonna call ourselves The Simps, but the S is a 5 because we're cool. Yes, that's the name. That's the full title.
That was the name. Yeah, it was kind of.
Wait, wait, who were the other members other than me, you, and Seabass?
It was the three of us, Ryan and Colton, I believe.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Pretty good.
And which, by the way, to this day, Ryan is like, when are we doing that?
I think I don't know if that's ever gonna come to fruition at this point, but it would be interesting if we tried.
Tried to do music, like God, but
I would
yeah,
not want to do that unless I knew for a fact that we were going to commit with it again. Because I don't want to like do this again where like we write like half a song and then just give up forever like we did the last like 3 times.
Right.
To be fair, Masturbation Nathan was pretty shit though.
But Masturbation Nathan could have been peak.
Could have been the best thing
Anything
ever.
with masturbation in the name is never gonna work.
Masturbate
Nathan.
Nathan.
I mean, we could
Masturbation Nathan.
I mean, I guess we could. If we wanted to ever do it again, we could try doing like actual, like not comedy music. We could just try and just make like just genuine tunes. Very good.
I'd be down to do that, but again, I'm like Andre in the sense of if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Let's not just talk about it, you know?
Right. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I think it would be better if like we could still have me, Matt, and you as like maybe the main singers, and then just keep Ryan and Colton as like the musician types. We're good. It's just like, well, I don't know. I mean, Ryan can sing, obviously. So like, if he could sometimes, but like, I think it would be better if he we need to give Ryan something to do.
We change the name. I'm not gonna be part of a band that's called Sips. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
No, but why not just go back to Sam?
Oh, Sam, yeah, that'd be cool.
We're good. But like, Ryan needs something to do with all that music equipment that he bought. No,
Mm-hmm.
And well, you tell me, Matt. Has he actually been like doing stuff?
He's been working on stuff, yeah.
He actually has? That's actually a little shocking.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I've heard of it. But that's cool. I'm glad that he's
been using the journal I got him to write music and stuff.
What if we call our band?
I'm sorry, you turned into fucking metalhead for a second. I couldn't hear a damn thing you just said.
Oh man, we're gonna be banned to the band.
Does he sound like a robot to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound like crunchy as fuck right now.
It sounds like he was gargling water with the microphone in his mouth.
Yeah, it sounded like he was trying to do like a ventriloquist act.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it for me. Strike 2. Let's go.
Let's go.
One more of those, and you're out of here. Friggin'.
One more of those, and the episode ends.
If I laugh, the podcast ends. Friggin'.
Yo, for April Fools, Matt, you should do a podcast that goes, if we laugh, the podcast ends, and it's like 3 seconds of video.
Yeah, somebody just says Obama, and then you laugh really hard, and the podcast immediately ends.
Now,
That'd be really, really stupid.
But that would be
clear.
so funny. It'd be
Let me be clear.
subversive.
I'm gonna
holding the
bust.
sphere.
It'd be
at the
it'd be
pier.
extra funny because we only upload videos on Fridays, and April 1st is on a fucking Tuesday.
Well, you know, that's the same day the GTA 6 trailer is coming out, man. So you got to get those views.
It's a podcast where all we do is gaslight our audience into thinking that it's Friday.
Oh, yeah.
You know what you should actually do? You should have like an hour of audio. Like, this is just a troll, so it'd be a waste of time. You just have an hour of audio on April 1st, and like you do an intro and then just cut in abruptly being like, fuck no. And then it's just 59 minutes and 40 seconds of just silence.
Just a pure
being like-
black screen with nobody talking and just like a dark, sinister
Yeah, or
ambiance in the background.
or maybe what it could be like, what it could be like is just like, it's just like the audio cutting in and out like every 5 minutes. So there'd just be like 5 minutes of us talking, and then the next 5 minutes is just nothing. Or the next
No,
5
that'd
minutes
actually
of
be cool.
talking, and then like they keep popping in with out of context and like in conversation that keep getting taken out of over and over again until
You know
the
what'd be funny
episode's
is that-
over.
An intro being like, okay, guys, this is actually a serious episode. We're going to get emotional. We're going to talk about it, just cuts. Comes back in a few minutes and like you're crying and we're like, man, that's really rough. Like, I'm sorry.
Could you imagine it's an episode where like just like me and Bryce's audio channels are muted, so it looks like that Matt's just having a mental episode talking to like two people that don't exist.
Oh my god. It's like that episode of Family Guy where like Peter is surrounded by Robin Williams and he cuts off his hands and he's just like, I love my family.
I love
Yeah,
my
like, it's-
family.
Yeah, like it literally, like it's just me, and then like it gets to a point where I'm just doing impressions of you guys.
Matt just has like a
Yeah.
mental episode for an hour straight of just like pretending that me and
Oh.
Bryce are there.
I kind of want to do that. That'd be really fun.
You should absolutely do that. But if I may, I do have a few more questions if I'm allowed to ask.
No,
some more.
absolutely.
Question.
We don't have a
So,
time limit on this.
This question, absolutely. This question is for Andre. So Andre, my question to you is, what's your favorite?
What's my favorite what? I'm sorry, that last word cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, what's your favorite?
Oh my god, what a little bitch. She's being a little bitch right now. I hate
What's
this.
your favorite?
I hate this.
My favorite. That's a tough question. That's a very broad, open-ended question. I'm not sure if I can pick a favorite just off of that.
What's your
information.
favorite?
You know,
Favorite
what's
kind of
my-
orange?
My favorite kind of orange.
Yeah.
Probably like the halos. You know, like the little ones that like you peel and then you're like.
I like the
Very good.
big thick
Favorite-
ones.
What's your favorite color of orange?
Yellow. I like the yellow ones a lot.
I'm gonna be
Maybe-
real with you, Chief. There are real questions here, but Andre, I'm probably gonna ask you the majority of troll questions I have, so just be ready.
Okay.
All right.
What are the other questions you got?
Okay. My next question is, for the both of you, you guys are gonna come to Japan with me when I make my debut in Japan?
I'm done.
I mean, I would love to try to. I absolutely, I'll try to. Friggin'. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I'll take care of room and board. I'll take care of all of it.
I hear Japan is kind of a fun place to be.
Oh, yeah. Here's my thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll probably have to keep like one of those kindergarten leashes on the both of you, because you're gonna see women in Japan, and I gotta like hold you back. It's like
No,
stop.
that's mostly. That's mostly a Matt issue. Not I can be respectful when I need to be, but that Matt, what you've been sending me on Instagram is not helping your case that you'll be able to behave yourself when you get there.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's a
Matt loves
illness.
Asian. We can't help Matt for loving Asian women. You know, there's nothing wrong with Asian women. It's just there's loving Asian women, and then there's what Matt is with that.
No, well, maybe.
God.
Can't even wholly defend yourself.
Well, maybe. Well, maybe.
Jesus. You know, oh my God. This reminds me of God. I'm gonna tell a story. This reminds me of a story. So this happened very, very recently. I was on a tour. I was on a tour throughout Utah for wrestling. I was wrestling at this place in Utah, which was really fun. And I forget what match I was on, but I remember was there, one of my old roommates, and some guy I wrestled with. And we were all there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like putting my gear on, and I just hear these other guys telling a story. And I'm not much of a snooper of stories, but they're just telling a story. And I'm like, oh, fuck it. Like, the show doesn't start for an hour. We already went over our match. It's like, I'll listen into this. I hear the most fucked up story I think I've ever heard in my life. It starts with, well, did you do it? Yeah, I did it. Was she any good? Well, you know, it was amazing. And immediately I'm like, oh, this is a sex story. Like, oh, I should probably walk away. Don't worry, there's a punchline, I promise. It was at this moment as I'm about to walk. It was at this moment as I'm about to walk away that he just goes, yeah, man, I never thought little people would be so great to have sex with.
Oh,
I literally
God.
I literally feel myself stop and like sit back down to hear the rest of the story, and he's just going on about like all this stuff they did, and I'm just like, all right, rad. And this is something he said, and I'll never forget it as long as I live. This is fucked up, so trigger warning for those. I'm just repeating what was said. He said something like, yeah, when she was moving up and down, I started singing the Oompa Loompa song, and I was fucking dead. Like, it's like just I was dying. He just went like and then he did an acting out, and I wish the camera would work so you could see it, but he basically laid on his back with like his groin in the air, and he humped while going oompa loompa doobity-doo. That's what he said happened. And I ran away.
That's fucking crazy.
That is so funny.
And here's the thing. During a match I had, I decided I'm gonna incorporate that into the match, just as a rib. For those that don't know, rib basically means like a joke you play. Yeah. So I was punching this guy in a match. The promoter was watching our match, so while I'm giving this dude forearms, I just start singing, because the dude did have a spray tan I was wrestling. So I'm like, you look like an Oompa Loompa! Look in the corner of my eye, like the dude go, huh? And then I'm hitting this dude with forearms, and I'm singing Oompa Loompa while also doing humping motions. I'm like, Oompa Loompa. And the face of horror I saw from this guy was like, oh.
Oh, no.
Because, like, I didn't say it was him, but he was like, oh my God. And I remember I went to the back. He's like, did you hear that story? And I'm like, yeah. And he went, I mean, do you want her number? And I'm like, no. Because he goes, I don't know if you heard, it changes your life. You do shit you've never even heard of. I'm like, I don't care.
It changed your life.
It changed your life.
Like, I don't.
Like,
he's like, dude, it's life changing. There's
no way.
He's like,
no way.
He's like, you ever heard of the scorpion? I'm like, no.
I don't think I want to know what the scorpion is.
You don't?
I want to know.
No. And then he explained that they both
decided
to start.
No, I want to know. What is the scorpion?
Maybe after the episode is over, you can explain what.
No, I want to know.
Okay, get ready for the bleep in 3, 2, 1. It's Matt. It's basically when you're having sex with a woman and then you grab her by her chin and bend her back as far as she can go. That's the scorpion.
What?
And because she was little, it was like easier, I guess. I don't know. And bleep done. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a 30-second bleep. You're never gonna know what was said here.
That is weird. Why would they do that?
And then they also talked about how they were felching. You should probably even censor that, because people can just Google it. It's bad.
Who cares? They can Google anything we say.
You guys know what felching is?
No,
I don't, and I want to know now.
I'm gonna look it up now.
I'll just explain it to you. Felching is basically when you're having relations in the butt, and then you arrive,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's farting and you're burping while you're sucking it out.
Oh.
What?
You're
Why? Why?
Oh my! I can't.
Okay. Andre, it's gonna be okay.
No, I'm not okay.
I warned you.
That's diabolical. I didn't want to hear it.
I warned you.
Oh, I wanted to.
Rewind back when you were like, "I'm curious."
I was just
so
gonna
funny.
I was gonna look it up, I guess, but like now that I know what it is, I wish I had never even thought about it. I'm gonna vanish like a shadow after hearing that information. Cause I'm a shadow.
Dude, you have to tell my story for obvious reasons. That's probably the one road story I kept away from her.
That's
they were also trying to like they were trying to get me to come to a Little People strip club while I was down there, and I was like, "What is this is this a thing you do? Are you guys Mormons and you go to Little People clubs?" Like, no.
It's a fetish.
I
dark desires they have.
Just to be clear, I'm not sex shaming anyone. You're allowed to be into whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody.
I mean,
in a negative way.
I mean, if you think about it, they desire very little.
Oh fuck!
Oh
God.
Shit! They desire very little.
They desire very little.
That is good. That was a good one.
I'm glad that joke landed.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
No, that's wild.
Well, you know, when he was like, oh man, I want to do so many things to you, and she's like, well, tell me, just make it short.
It's so great to have somebody here with actual experience. We're good. Because Bryce is like is more experienced than he lets on, but he's always like, I'm a good Christian boy. I would never do anything like that ever.
Bryce is putting them down.
You're putting it down better than the rest of us.
My boy!
We're good, but
go!
Yeah, he's
That's good for him. Let's go. Hell yeah, man.
Is he
Yeah.
I'm trying. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second.
What are you trying? What fiendish concoction are you trying to put in your fucking? Are you trying to spit out, brother?
Hold on. Come on.
I'm waiting.
Man, Man, he's gonna like slap a leg on that one.
He's having a little fun, isn't he, right now?
No, that didn't.
Oh, all right.
That one didn't. That one
All
didn't
right.
work as well. Nah. We
it did.
We
It
had
did.
such high. We
You
had
just
such
didn't
high
want to
hopes
laugh
for you.
at it. That's
Nah.
why you didn't want to laugh at it.
It just wasn't that funny.
No, you know.
I can concur. It was not that humorous, Matthias.
It's
Alright,
just a
fine.
Matt can't make short jokes
I'll go-
because he just is like he can't make fun of short people because that's like calling the kettle black.
Well, I mean,
I'm
Dad
not
did-
even, motherfucker. I'm 5'2". Okay, I am not. I'm above 5. I'm good.
You're-
All right.
Your father is Danny DeVito.
Fuck you.
Nah, don't be. I mean, Matt's got it hard, Seabass. There are people that think little of him.
All right. Well, it was a good episode. I think I'm head out, guys. Hope you guys are having a good time. You know, hope you guys
Yeah, people like Matt are
Well,
in
no,
short
you just
supply.
Sebastian. Really good episode. You know, also all things considered. Everything.
No, I'm a guest. I'm a guest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm glad you showed up.
Oh wait, Seabass, did you have any more questions?
I do have a few questions. One more, actually.
Let's lightning round this shit real quick.
All right. Well, I mean, it's one more, so how can I lightning round it?
Oh, I thought you had a few more, is what you said.
Well, I'm dyslexic. I thought I didn't read these yet, but I did. So now I only have one more question.
That's
Just ask
beautiful.
the question.
All right. The question is, Matt,
What's up?
when are you gonna upload again?
Oh fuck.
I mean, you did ask for the Peace Walker thumbnail again.
Yeah,
So I thought maybe you were working with that again.
Yeah, I've been having little bursts of motivation to write and do stuff, but then like there'll just be moments where I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to even look at it, and it's like it's one of those things where like I kind of like I want to just start over on a new project because that one was like that was so like doing the Metal Gear video, the Peace Walker one, was in like a really weird like transitional period. And I just like lost attention on that thing and I just stopped caring about it. So then after that I just didn't work on it. Didn't care, right? And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to go back to it. But it's been so long since I've played it. I'm like, oh shit, do I actually feel that way about the game right now? Do I need to replay it? And then my PS3 broke, so now I can't play it again.
Your PS3 broke? How did that happen?
Yeah, my PS3 broke. I don't want to talk about it.
Did you hit it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Throw it against the wall again?
I made a collection of mistakes. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so what happened was I was trying to turn it on, and it just wouldn't turn on. Like it just wasn't turning on. Okay, now it had power obviously, but the little sensor on the okay, so like you know how the PS3 like the fat one has like the sensors like on the buttons that you press on it to like eject and turn the power on.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working. I was like, oh well, okay, well that's shitty. So then I decided to try to use the controller. Usually I use the controller, but the controller was dead, and for some reason it wasn't charging, so I couldn't even use it. So I was like, well, fuck. All right. So then I was like, all right. So then I was looking online how to get it to work, and essentially you have to like take it apart and figure out, like there's like a sensor, little switch you have to like clean off, and then put it back together. Like try to repair it so the sensor actually works and connects to the whole system. But it was clogged with dust. I mean, filled to the brim with dust. just just almost 12 years, dude, of just nothing but like abuse, right?
Damn.
Found out that the console itself on the inside has a lot of corrosion and is damaged. Now, so I was like, well, shit. um, okay, well, maybe I could try to get the power button situation fixed too. And while I'm at it, I can try to get to the bottom and clean out all the rest of the dust so the console will actually run better. Turns out, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And the ribbon cable, the ribbon cable. Okay, so the the console has two like big things that are on top of the motherboard, right? You have the disc tray and you have like the black box where like all the power is in, right? So you unscrew those and they're both connected to each other via this ribbon cable that like, connects the data between each other. I don't know how the actual logistics are, I just know how it works. So I take them off, clean, dust. I screw the power thing off. I screw it back on, but I didn't realize that the ribbon cable came out. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can just unscrew the power brick or whatever the black box is, but the screw got stripped, so I couldn't get it out. So, oh my fucking god, like that entire day was a nightmare. The ribbon, the pins on the ribbon strip were like damaged, and some of them got torn off because I'm not a genius with this stuff, and I fucked up. And so I have to get a replacement for it. But finding one was a pain in the ass trying to find the actual one I had. And so I just gave it to my boss, who said he was willing to like fix it and try to get everything situated. And I think he even ordered a new ribbon cable for me, so I'm gonna pay him back for that. But he's gonna try to repair everything and fix it if he can. But yeah, the PS3 is currently under maintenance right now because I tried to go where I thought I could. I thought I was a big boy, but I wasn't a big enough boy for it.
Not a big enough boy for this. No.
Yeah, no. So I'm probably just gonna get a new PS3.
I mean,
it's a good thing I still have my hard drive though.
Right.
That's all I really care about is my hard drive.
And the PS3s aren't particularly expensive at the moment.
They're about like $100. They're not that bad.
Right.
Well, didn't they just get like a new update or some shit?
For the PS3?
Like, I think PS3 got a software update. Yeah, they gave the PS3 a software update.
Something like that.
Yeah, because they were trying to take off the PS3 like online store, but then like a bunch of people rallied to keep it on, so they're keeping it on for a while longer.
Yeah.
Friggin'. Then like thank God.
Doesn't almost everyone just buy modded out PS3s now? Just that has every game anyway. So
I mean,
might as well.
What's the point?
It's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's
so aside from that, there's that and life and just not wanting to work on it. So I'm probably just gonna start a new project for the
Go
time
on
being.
ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Life is Strange is confirmed?
Life is Strange is confirmed. Well, I don't know about that, pal. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I'll do it with you. We'll do it with you. We'll for the wedding, for at least the first game. We'll all dress up as...
I don't like. See, like, I'm not like one of those video essay guys that will like tell you the nuances about a story and how crazy it is. You know, like that's not like I'm not that kind of like content creator. That's not like what I want to do. More so just want to make goofy stuff and just make jokes. So, I mean, if I did play it, I am going to go the haha funny, stupid bullshit route on it. But
I think a great game that you should try and review is maybe It Takes Two. And I think you could do that with Ryan. Play that game with Ryan. I think you guys would have a fucking phenomenal time if you tried it.
So, it sounds like fun.
It's a lot of fun. And it's on sale right now. It's like $10, $11. Friggin'.
On Steam.
On Steam, yeah, but I think ask Ryan because he has a PS5 and all that. There's a chance he might have it for free because of it was free on PS Plus a couple of months back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I added it on my library.
Yeah, so if like either of you have it, you guys
Well,
can just play it on the fly on your console, and like that would be fucking
Yeah.
lit because it's a really good game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless you guys decide to
Yeah.
do more of that channel that you guys started with, like recording gameplay on Ryan's couch or whatever.
No, we did that in my room because his whole setup is kind of fucked with the setup. But
You guys should rank every Nintendo game again.
okay, that was okay. So we actually we did a Pokemon ranking one, and that one hasn't come out yet because I'm still like, I don't know if I like it because it was like 90% of it was literally just like us arguing about the generations rather than like the actual Pokemon themselves. So we didn't even stay on topic. It just kind of sucked.
That sounds funny though.
But yeah, it could be funny.
God damn. Damn. No, what you guys should do is you guys should have a Pokemon draft. Like you get 10 picks of Pokemon in a draft. And it's like, all right, I have the better roster. And then Ryan can be like, I have the better roster as I
Maybe.
have long
What are we
hair.
judging him based on? Or are we judging it based on looks, aesthetics, or like actual utility?
Just building a better team.
Maybe.
It's like this is my Pokemon, my NPL.
I guarantee
You
you
and,
the first half is gonna be like the same between me and him.
Well, the thing
So
is,
I
you
have,
can't
like-
pick the same. You have to pick something different. So, like, for example, because I know nothing of
Oh, I see.
Pokemon, let's say, like, I pick Pikachu, and then Andre's got to pick Jigglypuff, and then you pick Charizard. Can you tell those are the only
Oh, I
characters I know?
see. I see.
Very
It's
good.
like, who
So
has a
you're-
more
You
stacked
and
roster?
you and
He's a
Ryan should
basic
do the
bitch.
you and Ryan should do the Pokemon Smash and Pass.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. Y'all should do the
Oh
Pokemon
my
Smash or
God.
Pass.
Oh my
Jigglypuff.
god. Would I smash it or would I pass it, huh?
It's like Sudwoodo.
Of course, they
Looking
mean
kinda-
Smash Pokeball.
Sudowoodo looking kind of good right now.
Sudowoodo kind of looking like he might be working for me
Like a
right now.
Looking thick right now.
Damn. What that trunk do?
Someone gave me a Charizard Pokemon card recently. I don't know why.
Nice.
Cool. It's probably worth a
Yeah.
couple of cents.
It's like it's like apparently some rare Pokemon card. I don't know. It's just sitting on my table right now.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
How
it says like
rare is it?
it says like PSA 10 or some shit. I don't know.
Send a
That
picture
is
of it.
not, No.
Send a
You're full of
picture of it.
shit. You're so full of shit.
I got
You're
it from a
so
Happy Meal.
full. I was about to say, dude, you are so full of shit. No way, it's PSA 10. Get the fuck out
Nah,
of here.
man.
You're
Man, I got-
actually insane. You have never collected a card like that in your life. Don't even fucking.
No, dude, I got a PSA.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No. Don't
Send
even
a
joke like
pic.
that. This is a serious
I got a white
matter.
blue-eyed dragon. What do you mean?
You do not have a white blue eyes dragon. No, it's blue eyes white dragon,
white
motherfucker.
dragon.
You say it the right order. You say it the right way, you son of a bitch.
I got the pot with the face on it, man.
Pot of greed, motherfucker. Oh my god. This guy over here
Dude,
acting like
dude,
he's a
I have
nerd.
what is it? The
When
right.
he's a
what is it, the
fake
right
nerd.
hand-
You're a fake nerd. You're a poser.
What's the card? Like the body of Mordor? It's like the right hand of Sauron, and then the left hand. What is it?
What are you talking about?
I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know
I
anything.
mean the
about
Eye
it,
of
but
Sauron? Oh wait, are you talking about the of Exodia?
Sure.
Sure.
What?
I'm not gonna pretend like I
Okay.
know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Why would you ask me that question then? I answered you and you made it sound like I was an idiot. I literally answered your question. The fuck?
Well, you know, I have
Did?
mental abilities.
You have mental illness? That's same, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm just ill all over.
Andre's over here is trying to show his sweet,
Andre,
sweet red
Andre looks like
strawberry-looking face over here.
Andre's doing the Brendan Fraser right now into the webcam. This is me.
Why does this like? It looks sort of like fish-eyed a little bit.
It is a little fish-eyed,
lens
actually.
with
The lens is a
Yeah.
little fish-eyed. That's the thing with it. Yeah. So it's like,
That's
Kinda
because
goofy.
Andre wants to look girthy. So when he catfishes bitches, he looks.
Okay,
like a
Andre,
fucking-
please don't put that. Okay, Andre, please don't put the camera in your mouth. I don't want to smell your breath.
Dude, you look like a hammerhead shark from that angle.
Manny, I'm in your walls. No, we're good.
Again, this is a visual thing on an audio medium.
Oh
We
yeah,
keep
that's
doing
right.
this.
We keep doing this.
We keep
Ladies
doing
and gentlemen,
visual.
we were at that point in the podcast where we're just fucking around.
Yeah, I guess we should try and wrap it up here then. Hi, we're at an hour and 30 minutes, so
Oh, but I've had so much fun.
Yeah, you did.
it's true.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
Well,
Was it as
next
good for
time-
you as it was for me? No.
Next time you hop on, we'll have Bryce in because unfortunate circumstances happen.
Yeah, let's
Yes,
try.
it
And,
was
we
what
should try
sucks.
and do another one here soon with Bryce. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right, take it easy, boys.
You guys have a good one.
Alrighty. Thank
Have a
Good
good
night.
time.
Goodbye.
Good night.